welcome back to Sweet Dreams Apiary. Last week the young ladies taught you about checkerboarding, so let's crack into these hives this week and see how the checkerboarding went. So let's see what we got here. Lots of nectar and pollen. So this is a frame of food. Yeah, there's definitely a frame of food inside here. Let's see what we got. Man, is that a frame of food. You know that?
Yeah.
This is a frame of food right here. So they got a frame of food on that side and a frame of food over here. Let's see, make sure it's all food. All food. I don't see a single egg. This is just all food. And honey. So they're packing in the stores. So it's just a frame of food all the way down on both sides. This is a black foundation though. Okay, I'm gonna scoop this for the egg.
Is that, what's that in the middle right there?
The white part.
That, is that a queen cell?
Yeah, that's a queen cup, yeah. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
And there's a couple little patches of brood popping out. So they're backfilling this one from the brood frame that it was. They backfilled it into honey.
Okay. Talia, you might want to sit out of there away from their swarm path.
Okay, here's a frame of foundation that we just stuck in.
Oh yeah, that's doing good on that.
Okay, so they're starting to draw this out. We got a little bit of nectar in here.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny little bit. They're working that one out pretty good. They're working this side out pretty good too. They're drawing it out
nice
nicely.
and even.
Nice, no wonky comb whatsoever.
No.
So they're working on drawing that frame out. That's a heavy frame.
That's a lot of food too.
That's a lot of brood. So they backfilled the brood with nectar. So no swarm cells on the bottom.
There's a big wonky thing on
I'll
this
check
side.
On this side. Hold on.
That thing in the middle?
That's a queen.
And it's charged, right?
Yes, and that's capped.
Okay.
So that is a capped queen cell. But being up in the frame, that's more like an emergency one.
Alright.
We need to look for the queen.
Brood.
There's nothing there.
A couple queen cups, nothing in it. Okay, so, and drone brood. So, gotta look for the queen. Okay, they're backfilling this in really heavy. There's no eggs around this, so there's just whatever happens. So there's the queen cell. So we very well could have pinched the queen last week and they made an emergency cell because they're capped that over. So this box is ready to go. Okay.
This box has been wanting to swarm since we got it. The nuke had 2 queen cells when we bought it. And then the next week it had 4, and then the last week it had 2. So we tried the checkerboarding to see if it helped break their swarm thing, but it might be a defaulty queen.
Is it right?
It was, but I think it went out.
I'm gonna go get it.
Nope, so let's check the next frame that they had to work on. This is another frame that we gave them to work on. Yeah. That bee doesn't like it, and I don't want it right there. So this is the other one we gave them to draw out.
They're filling it out nicely.
Oh man, they drew that out. There's a little bit of nectar in some of those cells where they're drawing it out. Nice, clean, uniform draw. No wonky comb. Nice, they're drawing that out nicely.
Yeah, that
Okay.
looks really good. All fresh.
We're looking for a queen while we can, or finding eggs or brood, so I'm not seeing anything. I don't think they swarmed. This box is still good
No,
size.
they definitely didn't swarm.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to get this lit.
Yeah, these are kind of mad at me.
Okay.
There's
This
another.
was a frame of
There's
brood.
another emergency queen cell in that one.
And it's capped. But
And
this has got 3 queen cells, 4 or 5 queen cells in this one.
And there's drone on the back.
Okay, so this has got emergency cells with some capped brood.
And there's big drone cells on this
Yeah,
side.
that's a drone cell.
Oh, okay.
So what we're looking at here is, let's take a look at this one.
Oh, bye, baby.
Where?
You just killed it right there.
So make sure you don't see a queen anywhere.
Or fresh eggs.
Or fresh eggs. So this has got some brood that's hatching, but no queen.
And those are drone right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a drone. See, that's a drone cell. You see the drone down inside there?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't have it capped yet.
Got some food on the outside.
So this
Some
frame
good
here,
honey.
there's a pollen packet. Look at that guy with his pollen pants right there. You see them?
Yeah.
He's got huge pollen right on him right there.
Yeah. Cutie.
Okay. And then this is a queen cell here.
Yep.
Okay. Queen cell here
Oh, yeah, a lot of emergency
cell here.
queen cells. They don't have a queen.
and a queen cell
Or
here.
they don't want a queen. Oh, and there's one below it too.
Yeah, so there's 5 on this frame. So there's 5 queen cells. So there's
Yeah.
one. Now,
And
we
then
gotta-
the one on the other frame
Yep.
too.
so we got to decide if we're going to make splits today or not. Or let them rehatch a queen.
My guess is they don't have a queen.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they didn't like her from the very beginning.
Since we got like 6 queen cells, maybe like kill off some of them.
well, it depends.
We have to look first and then decide what we want to do.
Okay, so another frame that they're drawing out. Beautifully being drawn. Nice even draw. You got this side, nice even draw on this side too. I'm not seeing the queen. But they are definitely acting more sporadic across the frame, like they don't have a queen. Okay. Heavy frame brood. And a queen cell, and a queen cell, and a queen cell. So we got 3 queen cells.
And the back side is
4
all
queen
nectar.
cells,
So they don't have any
4
brood.
queen cells. Well, this is brood,
But is that old brood?
but it's old brood and some chalk brood.
And they've been backfilling the old brood with honey.
They have been backfilling the old brood with honey, yes. Yes, they have no queen right now. So we have 2 options. We can either split
And have 2 queens raise up.
in two small boxes. This
Yeah,
is
that's
the frame they
all.
were drawn on.
That's all nectar too.
Yeah, and this is all nectar.
Yeah, they don't have a single brood. Their queen's definitely gone.
Yep, so they are queenless.
Sad.
Okay, so they have no queen. And this box did not swarm. Okay, hold on. So we need to decide what we want to do, if we want to make splits or if we want to kill all the queen cells and add them to and just
I
put
think
the
make a
resources.
split.
Making splits?
Mm-hmm. Or at least let one of the queen cells hatch and have her hive.
Well, yeah. Okay, so this had a queen cell, queen cell, queen cell.
Yeah, there's like 8 of them in there.
Yeah. So I have enough to do 3 splits out of this one hive. Okay, leave this frame out. We'll come back to this hive in just a second. Alright, so as we see in this hive, we are queenless. There is no queen left inside here. She could either A, died, they could have killed her. They've been wanting to swarm. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the other 3 hives and see if they are big enough to split, or if we're going to let this one requeen themselves, and we'll figure out from there. Okay, well, let's take a look at this one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 frames of bees in this one. Let's see what we got going on here. Frame number 1, what do we got? Frame number 1 is solid brood. We got solid brood against the wall, wrapped in nectar all the way around it.
Is it
Getting ready to
strange that they
hatch.
put brood against the wall?
Yes and no. So, 'cause remember we spread the frame out on them?
Right.
So this frame has got a few larvae down inside there. And the queen hasn't made it back to this side, so a small patch of brood on this side, up against that drone wall. But there's a big patch of brood. Okay, let's see what we got here. So they have at least a frame of brood there, no queen cell.
Solid blue.
Yeah, that's a nice pattern
Solid
of
frame
brood.
of brood. No queen cells. Looking great. Don't see the queen anywhere. Shouldn't see her on this frame anyways. Okay, we got a hatching frame of brood being backfilled. No eggs in it yet. And no queen yet. I don't see a queen yet. Okay, I don't see a queen or queen cells though, that's good. But I don't see those inside there. Make it a little bit easier to see inside the cells. So this has got eggs laid up all the way inside there. So I couldn't see the eggs unless I turned it out here. So this whole thing has got eggs laid up on that yellow frame. It's hard to see that yellow frame. Oh. No,
No.
it's just some bird comb on the bottom, which is fine. It's laid up completely. Let's see what we got here. This is a frame we gave them to draw out.
Oh, wow.
Now is that drawn out and fully laid up? Okay.
Why wouldn't they draw the drone comb?
Not yet.
That is a
Because this was in between the brood, right?
Because this one was just as empty as those other ones.
And this has got eggs laid up all the way across it, so we may see her inside here. This has got clear full of eggs. Let's take a quick gander. Really good. Yeah, this is clear full of laid up eggs out of this thing.
This hive is doing great.
This hive is monstrous. Okay.
So that checkerboarding really helps them on this one, because that was one of those
Checkerboarding
new.
did great. That other hive, that other queen just was not doing good, and they knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this was a frame that they had already.
Yep.
Nectar, fruit, cup brood.
A lot of honey.
Cat brood, pollen stores galore. So they filled the pollen in here. They got food
You
around
got
it.
some beautiful honey on this side.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that side.
Give me just a second here.
Yeah. And some nice brood.
Nice brood. Where?
Some old brood on the top.
Yeah.
Like emerging soon.
I'll see the queen. And there's eggs. There's larvae all the way down inside those cells, all the way laid up. So this is fully laid up as well. So, laid up. Make sure we don't visually see that queen anywhere. And that's a good. So there's brood, 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 brood. That's 4 frames of brood then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 4 frames of brood.
And then there's been a little bit of nectar around the edges of it, right? But not a not a full food frame.
It's rimmed.
Oh, a nice
Solid
brood. She's been laying heavy.
Okay, so another solid frame. This one's fully capped on this side as well too. It's okay. She may not be here yet.
She might be on the other ones.
Yeah, see, she's got larvae all the way down the edge, pushing the
Yeah.
outsides of these frames.
Yeah.
So this food is fully laid out.
Yeah. This one's looking
Okay,
beautiful.
so another frame of brood. So what I'm going to do here real fast is give myself a little bit more room, knowing that the queen's not there. I'm going to smash those hives to the side. Okay, give these guys just a little bit of smoke right here. Hey, my smoker's smoking. Nice. Okay, so this has got honey lined all the way around brood, fully framed out with brood again, all the way to the mass edges of it. I don't see a single queen cell. Tons of bees. Clear full of capped cells again. Pollen being backfilled in between. Okay. Drone comb. A lot of worker brood though. This hive is
a lot of honey. That honey looks amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so that's this box is ready for this hive is ready for another box. Or we can split them. Okay, so this was a drawn foundation we stuck in.
We don't have the queen yet. Would we split them from
Hold
the
on. So this is another
Eight
drawn
queens.
foundation, and she has got this thing
Oh,
fully laid
wow.
up.
That
So we
is
just stuck this
beautiful.
in, so that was 1 week, right?
This was one of those black frames, and like you said, just 1 week they could draw out 2 frames if they had a good strong hive.
So in 1 week they got this thing completely laid out. She could be right here on this frame somewhere too though, because there's still empty cells that she's been working on. Let's check the back here.
Oh, that's a drone, I think. That one at the bottom, right?
Where?
Where did he go? Right there?
Yes.
Is that a drone?
Yeah, it's a drone. You can tell by the big old eyes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Keep them out of the wind. I think that's what's bothering them. And this side is not laid up though, so there's no eggs on this side. So she has half the side laid up, but nothing on this one. So this is a half a frame of brood.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice hum, isn't it? Oh, a lot of nectar and honey.
Okay.
Some capped brood. So a lot of drone cells.
And a supersedure cell.
Is there?
Yep. So there's some drone inside there. So they worked this frame over and laid a ton of drone in here.
What's this one? Is that drone?
Hold on. Yes, those are drone cells.
Okay.
What is the supersedure cell?
Well, the supersedure cells, maybe the queen's not doing so good and they want to replace her.
But isn't she doing great?
Yeah, but it's not that. Sometimes they just know that she's getting laid out. Yeah, her genetic is going to be bad. So if you right here,
is there anything in it?
so you see that queen cup right there in the middle?
That's a supersedure cell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see how it's in the middle of the frame?
Is it charged?
No, it's not charged.
And I think it was there last week too.
No, it was on Toledo's last week.
Oh, was it? Okay.
And solid honey wall to wall.
Nice. There's larvae on this backside, or pollen. I think that's pollen actually.
And loads of pollen. So this is their food stores.
Yeah,
So,
look at that pollen.
yeah, they got it lined up with pollen rim to rim. So I didn't see her though. But she could have been at the bottom. She could be on the bottom or on the wall. Okay, so this hive has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 frames of brood. 7.5 frames of brood. So if we knock that down to, if we knock it down to 5 frames and take 2 full frames out, we can add 2 frames of capped brood to this one and kill all but 2. So this one a hatchet has young bees coming back to this one. What do we want to do? Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is, I think we're gonna go through each hive and count how many frames of brood we have. Talia, go find me a washable marker.
Like a dry erase marker, honey.
All right, well, things got a little chaotic real quick. So our primary hive here has wanted to swarm the last 2 weeks. This week, it had no queen. The queen was long gone. They had 8 emergency queen cells. So we made 2 6-frame nuke splits out of that one using some brood from these hives. Each of these hives have been knocked down to 5.5 to 6 frames of brood each, and then the leftover resources were added to the second boxes to start drawing them up. So now we have 3 2-frame boxes of bees. We're gonna have our 2 6-frame supers. Find out what's gonna happen next week when we open it up to see how much they grow. Hit the subscribe and follow along.